The Underground Railroad isn't really a railroad. There are no tracks, train cars, or engines on the Underground Railroad. And there are no tunnels. The Underground Railroad is a term used for a series of stations for slaves running for their freedom. The men and women who lived in these homes were called station masters, and those who escorted them from station to station were often called conductors. The Underground Railroad was a network of secret routes and safe houses established in the United States during the early 19th century. The first possible mention of this network was actually in the 1780s by George Washington, who complained of a group of Quakers who were helping his slaves escape. The Underground Railroad was mostly used by African American slaves to escape into free states and Canada with the aid of abolitionists and allies who were sympathetic to their cause. The term is also applied to the abolitionists, both black and white, free and enslaved, who aided the fugitives. Various other routes led to Mexico, Caribbean islands, the Carolina Sea Islands, and into the Western Territories. An earlier escape route running south towards Florida, then a Spanish possession, existed from the late 1700s until shortly after the American Revolution. However, the network now generally known as the Underground Railroad was formed in the early 1800s and reached its height between 1850 and 1860. British North America, present-day Canada, where slavery was prohibited, was a popular destination, as its long border gave many points of access. Many former slaves settled in Ontario. While we do know that many men and women sought freedom, we have no solid numbers on how many used the Underground Railroad, how many ran on their own, and how many were successful. Many historians have suggested various numbers, anything from only 1,000 a year in the peak decade of the 1850s to as many as 100,000. Unfortunately, there just isn't the information, and both abolitionist groups and pro-slavery organizations inflated numbers to make points. The most commonly cited number is between 25,000 and 40,000 running in total.